Hey everybody, I'm Capri, and today I'll be sharing some tips I have from playing the closed beta thus far. I will be also addressing some of the basic questions that I have received from my community members as well as some of the server players. So, Palia, for those of you that do not know, is a cozy sim MMO in which players adventure to create a world of their own via skills and relationships that they make with the villagers of the Paleo world. Progression is tied to your skills, and the level of commitment that you put into each of them is what you'll get out. I want to touch on some of the skills, but this video is by no means a in-depth analysis of any of the skills themselves. I simply want to make people aware of some of the events in the game, as well as general knowledge of finding the right direction in each of the skills you pursue. So, without further ado, let's get into the first tip and lead you to some changes that are quality of life.
Okay, so the first thing I'll be going over is the skills. So Einar is fishing, Rethic's cooking, Badru's gardening, Hodari is mining, Tish is furniture making, Azura will be foraging, Ani is bug catching, and Hassian is hunting. So it's always good to know your skills because there's many crossovers. For example, in this stone mining, I actually occur a bug in which I want to capture it because I have never actually seen this bug before, and so I quickly switch over to my bag to capture it. Now this actually occurs in many different ores, whether it be iron, bronze, or stone. I have not occurred with Palian yet, so I would be interested to know if it actually does. However, it's always good to have some smoke bombs on hand if your inventory can permit it, as it's kind of crucial to capture these things as it could build towards your renown as an accomplishment achievement. And be aware, sometimes they are a bit stubborn, so you might throw more than one. Similar to mining, foraging has a special event in form of a bee that actually flees away from the tree when you chop it down, and you have to be quick to catch because they fly away as quick as possible. Now, there is a golden version of this bee that actually spawns when you chop it down during the morning, and you want to make sure to try to capture that because they are quite rare and special to the game. For those looking to repopulate their homestead or to fulfill the quest, chopping down larger trees themselves will actually give you the seeds needed to plant and grow again. So as you can see, I'm in my base, and having the tree in my inventory, I'm able to click and then put it out into the field just like a piece of furniture, in which I can place it within areas I own, and there you go, you have a tree within your base. It's often good practice to get yourself into recognizing things based on geographical location. So for example, clay is typically found next to shorelines and lake lines, and in the case of Kalima, not Bahari Bay, that is the case. But if you want to think about things like shells, oysters, or even the coral, you would always correlate that to like a beach. And so when you're looking for that item, it's always good to kind of think about regionally where that is. And so for that example, you would find those in the Bahari Bay region. If your fast travel is down, always make sure you carry at least 10 gold on you so you can make it back safe and sound from whatever destination you're able to find a quick travel board. One of the more important aspects of the game is keeping up with the regular people of Palia and having conversations with them and gifting them items in order to increase your friendship to allow them to progress the story but also give you special keys to special locations, so make sure to do that as well. To give a gift, you want to talk to the person and click on the question mark box in the bottom left hand corner to gain knowledge of what they want, and once you gain that item, you can come back and click on the box above it to gift them that item, gaining more friendship level. In addition to side quests and secret locations, they'll occasionally send you gifts as an appreciation of your assistance throughout the time that you are working with them. So that is why I find a lot of importance of working alongside the villagers in Palia. In addition to friendship levels, it's important to reach your accomplishments as they award you with skill medals when you reach level 10. After level 10, these skill medals will be used to then purchase you some cosmetic items from that skill's certain trainer, as well as some items such as disruptive arrows for hunting. In addition to these skill medals, you'll also see milestones that offer you renown based on each category and what you could do to achieve them. Clicking on the bug location one, I'm able to also hover over certain bugs that I may have not collected, and it's important to note that sometimes you might forget, and so hovering over it, you'll be able to see that the vampire crab is in the flooded fortress in Bahari Bay during the evening and night. In addition to the bugs, it also could be used as a database for the fish as well, helping you to relocate fish that might be useful in gifting to villagers or to progressing the vault itself. Another skill that's very much of importance is cooking, as it is directly correlative to your focus generation. And focus in this game is correlative to your skill gain, as every time you do an activity in the game, you drain a bit of your focus meter in order to generate a little bit of more experience for your skill. And so when you're going home, I know not a lot of people might be interested in the cooking aspect, but don't be afraid to get the knives down on the board and get the rolling pin out to get yourself a nice meal for on your adventures. Because I know a lot of you like to be out there for a good hour and a half just running around chopping trees, mining it up. And so make sure that you stop at home and make yourself a great meal with this cooking, as focus is very important for the gain of experience. Make sure to stop at Moji's shrine in order to commune with the statue. Each time you commune, the renown cost will incrementally get higher. However, that direct relationship that the communion has with your focus meter is very high, as it increases your focus regeneration points, which is good for cooking. As you cook higher level foods with higher level focus, it will become of more value. I also recommend going to Embar's Shrine. Embar's Shrine is located in the initial spawn point and has the ability to give you a focus bonus increase. This focus bonus is also relative to your renown, which incrementally increases by the cost each time you commune. I recommend doing this as well, as the experience point you get from each focus point is incrementally higher, effectively helping the rate of progression growth. Renown could also be spent on writs in the City Hall store to allow for a bigger expanse of your plot, as well as crafting licenses and additions to the home, so be sure to check out the City Hall as well. Going to the blacksmith will allow you to buy items such as planks, bars, ceramics, and other construction materials. In addition to these materials, there's also a forge which will allow you to repair your gear with kits, but also with gold for a small cost. I recommend this style as well, as it can be effectively helping out with bronze issues early on. I would also recommend checking out the furniture store, as Tish sells leather and fabric and silk and some aesthetic wallpapers. This is important as early on the glider requires some of these materials from the store, whereas you might not have a loom that is effectively producing them. If you want to check out Badru's store, I expect you to not do that, because he charges 90 for a carrot, 120 for an onion, and which he'll ask you for as a gift. So you're basically just giving him an onion and paying him as well, so he gets two gifts. So beware of Badru and his tactics. Nonetheless, if you are finding yourself in need of a tomato or other produce, but you don't have them growing in your garden, I recommend checking out Badru's shop at his farm, and that will be able to do what you need it to do. Of all the people I expected to have cheap supplies, Zeki actually has carrots and other seeds available for a low cost to help you start up your garden after Badru's initial quest. So I would recommend checking this out for not only the seeds but other goods like the worms, which will be useful for fishing early on and gaining access to better fish. Also, do not sell all your silver ore early on. If you ever have a day off and you craft those into bars, you'll make a good chunk of change, so make sure to hold on to that and your gold. If you press O on your keyboard and click on the shopping cart icon in the top right, you'll open the Request tab. In this tab, you have access to all the items that I believe is based on items you have collected that you could then request from other players. If you request it from other players and they have the items, they are then able to fulfill it. This extends out to communities, but also to the entire server. So, if somebody fulfills my shell request, I will get that shell when they do. Placement in a garden is very important, as each plant has its own benefit. Cotton offers a quality boost, as tomato and potato in my garden here have a retention of water. Check the bags of seeds for the bonuses. Because of the strategic placement of the tomatoes and potatoes and the cotton, this entire crop will be quality but also never needs to be watered, only weeded, which effectively reduces the time I spend in the garden. This is a benefit, so I would recommend checking out the bags of seeds and seeing what each crop has to benefit from each other, and that would effectively make your garden better. A small little strategy early on is to place your garden near the water, as it takes a couple buckets to fill the entire crop, so being next to the water effectively can help reduce a little bit of the time you spend within the garden itself. After obtaining level 2 with gardening, you're able to pick up the recipe for a seed maker from Badru. This seed maker will allow you to turn crops into seeds. Turning quality crops into seeds will guarantee a quality seed bag. A seed bag that is quality will allow you to plant it and gain 2 quality crops. Quality crops could also be placed into glowworm farms and regular farms in order to get worms that will help out with gaining better fish when you're out on the waters. Quality seeds allow you to make more money because the crop sells for more because of the quality level. You could also use fertilizers to increase the harvest boost, the speed growth, and also the quality. There is also a fertilizer that will help with weeding. This will all effectively make a better garden. One of the fun features that's hidden behind the keybind far away from the regular is the camera. The camera could be accessed by pressing K, in which you could then aim the camera at the area around you, take a picture, and you have the ability to also save it to your computer. This will make a quick access to people who like wallpapers or want to share their progress with their friends. In terms of sharing stuff with friends, go out there and adventure. Have a great time with your friends, explore things, find unique ruins, find things you've never seen, help each other solve riddles. It's all very fun. Just make sure to give yourself the adventure you desire, because this game has so much to offer you in terms of adventure. So never be hindered by progression, because progression is always found when you're gathering. So be out there, have a great time, and make sure to give yourself a great experience in the world of Palia.
Hey y'all, so I wanted to come through and just say thank you guys for watching the video. Personally, I've never done a video before, so bear with me. This is my first attempt. I'm trying to get it all together and make it kind of flow nicely. But hey, thank you guys for sticking around if you have and watching. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I'll be kind of going through some of the comments, hopefully, and kind of gauging where you guys are at, like your mindset. Do you like the game? What do you wish would change? Hopefully, we can kind of get this to a level where they'll see it at Singularity 6 and we get some beautiful changes to the game before it releases. And in that being said, I really hope you guys have a great adventure. Get out there, have a great time, share with your friends, fish with your friends, fly with your friends, anything. Just have a good time and have a good day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.